What's up, guys? It's the movie guru, and this week we had a crazy episode of From. But before I start, I want to send a big shout out to YouTube for putting me in their High Five Creator Program. They sent me a nice 10 play button. I appreciate it for recognizing some of the hard work that goes into creating these videos for you guys. So look, make sure you guys like and subscribe to my page so I can keep growing and keep making videos like this. So what I want to know is what's going to happen with the rest of the season. Is Boyd going to catch a creature? How is he going to do it? Is he going to use a talisman? Who's going to help him? Is it going to go wrong? Is it going to go backfire? Also, what's really going on with Victor's dad? Is he genuine? Is he a plant? And then there's a whole bunch of other mysteries, like what was that noise outside the cabin? Will we find out? Was it a creature? But it seemed to scare the heck out of everybody. And then it seemed like they all heard it before. It was just seemed like one person heard it, and it didn't sound like a dog. It didn't sound like an animal or anything large. We still don't know. Could it have been the spider? If it was a spider, will we get some sort of shadowy figure, or will we find out more about that? And the main question everybody wants to know, is Tabitha Victor's sister? Will we find out what's going on with that? Now, some of the theories that I have is that something is in the water, and that right before anybody has a big vision, you see that they drink a glass of water. So I think that might be a big clue. Also, what is going on with the kimono woman? It seems that, why did she say help me? Why is she specifically targeting Elgin? And it looks like that, she will return in episode 6, because if you look at the IMDb info, the person who plays the kimono woman, she's set up for 3 episodes, and the last episode is episode 6. So this week's episode is called The Light of Day. And the caption of the episode says that Victor must face a painful reminder of his past. Julie looks for ways to cope with her trauma. Boyd struggles to keep the town safe, and residents begin to question his judgment. Now, one thing I found out about looking at the episodes on IMDb, if you look at the director, depending on who it is, you could tell if it's filler or if it's important episode for the story. Now, this was directed by Andrew LaRocca, where past episodes like Mousetrap and There and Back Again have been directed by Jack Bender. And so it lets me know that pretty much now episodes 6, 7, 8 will be kind of like a slower pace of filler, and then they'll jump back into episode 9, Revelations chapter 1, and that will be directed by Jack Bender. And so that's what we know the story will continue. We'll probably get more information there on that episode than we will in 6, 7, and 8. So Dale lives in the colony house, doesn't really have a good relationship with that many people. We see him have problems mostly with Ellis, where Ellis didn't like his pocket dimension theory, and also he didn't like the comments that he made, and he actually ended up stabbing Ellis, quote unquote, by accident. Now, by November 2019, Dale had already gotten trapped in the town. We don't know why, we don't know how, we don't know what car he was driving. But when Boyd and his family came to town, and Father Cautry approached them and got them to come out of their car and convinced them that there was danger, Father Cautry led them to the underground hiding place where Donna and Dale were sheltering. Now, we also see Dale in this confrontation with Boyd during the town hall, kind of really not going by his leadership anymore, and kind of set the tone that people weren't really following Boyd anymore after everything happened. Dale pulls up to the bottle tree with this cocky confidence, like, hey, he's got this main character energy that he really didn't have, and he really was taking charge and looking to be the savior, but it didn't work out like that. He ends up in the wall of the pool. Now, there's been some other references that we've seen in Victor's room. Now, it could have been the Boy of White, but it kind of does look like how Dale was trapped in the wall, but could be something else. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting full Star Wars Han Solo trapped in carbonite vibes from this whole situation. So I'd go as far as to say that this is probably one of the worst fates we've seen a character happen to in a long time. For him to be slammed in the wall like that, still half alive, half dead. I would say probably the worst I've seen. If you guys remember something about Mary, where he got the Frank above the beans. I mean, that was a pretty gruesome scene. So if you guys want to cover your eyes right now, you can cover your eyes. And then, of course, some other films that you may not have seen, and I definitely don't suggest you watch. I won't say the name, but you can see it here on the screen. And I definitely think that this fate that we see Dale happen is probably one on lines with some of the Terrifier stuff, pretty much where he hung the woman upside down and began to hacksaw her down from the middle. Now, I can say with extreme confidence that this was an example that Dale was made an example of, because remember, nothing is private in this place. Things that have been said between people have come to be resaid by the creatures, and we know that they most famously, when Boyd said they can't break him, so when the town rebels, they see that they're not following him anymore and they're looking for the tree, and this is what happens. Now, if you guys remember, anytime that, let's say, Victor went to a tree, he followed the schedule. Pretty much only went into a tree when the boy in white told him to. When he rescued Julie, the boy in white told him to go there. Another time, the boy in white. If you remember, in episode 10, season 1, the boy in white told Sarah and Boy to enter the tree, and that's exactly what they did. Now, it really wasn't safe for them. We see them go to the tree, and they had a reason to enter, and it kind of appeared out of nowhere because they definitely just came from that direction and there was no tree. So we know that somebody controls where they're at and when to enter, and so you can't just enter the tree, and this is an example of. And so now we see the scene right after Boyd finds Dale. What does he say? Who's next? Who wants to end up in the wall next? And it's, of course, nobody. So that's it this week. I'm going to keep the video short, but I am going to do a part 2 where we talk about other stuff. And also remember to check out the From Trivia after the MGM app premiere on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to be notified the next time we're up. And also, if you're looking for From merch, please check out my Spreadshirt page. I'll put it in the information in the caption below. And I'll see you guys on the next video.